After what I think was a pretty quiet month for March, actually there were some shoes that were announced a little bit later, like after the fact, after the video that I made for March. I didn't know about, like the Teyana Taylor Jordan 3. I definitely would have included that in that video, but didn't know about it. So with that said, here comes a disclaimer. Sneaker release dates in this industry, very fluid. Some shoes that are going to come out in April are not going to be announced till like right at the very last moment. Some shoes that are supposed to drop in April will probably get pushed back. So if I miss any, don't blame me, blame them. Here are the sneakers that I really want for the month of April 2026. And to start things off, it is the Jordan 4 Iced Carmine that is dropping on April 23rd for $215. Now the shoe is a woman's exclusive. Now personally, I don't have like pink or much of pink in my wardrobe or anything, but I do happen to really like kind of monochromatic looking shoes. So there's all pink upper or majority pink upper. I think just like as a shoe sitting on a shelf or like in photos, I think it does look pretty nice. But the fact that I don't think I would pull these off very effectively, so I probably won't wear it too much. That's why it's the last place on my list. Now this does feature like an all denim upper. That's usually not my preference. I doubt Jordan Brand is going to give us some like really nice premium denim. So that's one thing that I wish they would have changed to like nubuck or something. And it does also come with a ton of pea yellow all over the midsole as well as the laces. That's another thing that I don't love. But the pink, I don't know why, the monochromatic pink just looks nice on this shoe. So even though I am probably not the target audience for this shoe, I think just in a vacuum, on a shelf, in photos, or on certain people's feet, this is a very nice looking shoe. And number 6, it is the Converse Shea 1 Camo that is dropping on April 2nd for $130. Now similar to what the AE1s did for Anthony Edwards, or maybe the other way around, I think this is a very good debut first signature shoe for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and I think a lot of it has to do with how good it looks like off court. He obviously is a kind of a fashion icon in the NBA at least. He wears his shoes like walking into the game a lot, and I think it looks great. So of course you get this very unique zip-up design, taking inspiration from the Answer 4s, as well as this camo print that I think with the right outfit is a pretty good look. The shoe just comes with a rectangular Zoom Air 4-foot unit as well as foam midsole, and you do get the Converse branding on the back as well as the Shea logo on the tongue. Now I will say I do have the UNC blue Shea ones. I don't think it's like the best performing shoe or anything. However, it is relatively cheap. It's not like LeBron 23 prices, like Jordan 40 pricing, Kobe pricing. So it's quite affordable. But I do think in the same price range, you could go for like the Sabrina 3s, AE 2s or 1s, I think are slightly better than the Shea ones. So nothing too spectacular, but I think the fact that it looks this good, this sleek, off court as well, make this shoe a pretty good first shoe for an NBA superstar. And at number 5, it is the Kobe 11 Protro EM Mamba Day that is dropping on April 13th for $220. Now this is the 10-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's final game, and if you missed out on that game, I actually happened to catch it live, very lucky. That dude dropped 60 points to go out. Just such a Kobe thing to do. He shot like 45 times or something, and it was like a pretty close game. Like it was actually entertaining, and he brought them back 60 points. Just went out the Mamba way. And originally this shoe came out in 2016. It was actually a design you could choose in Nike ID that is now renamed to Nike by You. And the design on the upper here, it references the dates of Kobe Bryant's first NBA game as well as his final one, the 81-point game as well. And it does seem to have Zoom Air in the heel and replaces Lunar Foam for React Foam. Not too sure of the tech specs yet for the Kobe 11 Protros, but I think the Kobe 11s was actually a pretty nice shoe. I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. Anytime one of his shoes comes out, I am interested. If I don't get it, I'm at the very least, interested. And at number 4, it is the Jordan 11 Low UNC that is dropping on April 18th. Now the first Jordan 11 Low actually dropped in 2001. Originally, when the Air Jordan 11s dropped, the Low IE was actually like the low top version of the shoe. But in 2001, they actually came out with this colorway as well as the cherry colorway. This UNC Blue 11 Low actually did return in 2017. So it's been just under 10 years. since we last saw it, and the UNC blue is one of my favorite colors on a Jordan Brand shoe, so I just love how this shoe looks. I think the 11 lows are actually quite wearable, and this is a very simple setup. It doesn't have the ballistic nylon mesh on the base, it does replace that with leather, but the eyelets is what you would expect. The pant leather on the 11s is still there, has this kind of icy outsole with the carbon fiber poking through. Very simple, easy to wear, just like the Bred lows as well as the Space Jam lows. I think this can fit in anybody's wardrobe. Now I think the Space Jam 11s are coming back later this year. Cool Grays, I believe, I don't remember quite clearly. I think those are coming back. Both of those, delicious. Two of the best 11 colorways ever. I need those. But to start off the year with these, I'm happy too. And at number 3, it is the Virgil Abloh Archive Jordan 1 Alaska that is dropping on April 3rd for $230. Now, of course, Virgil passed away in 2020, rest in peace, but it is still a collaboration with Virgil Abloh Archive, and Jordan Brand does replace any references to Off-White. So on the text that you see on the medial side of the shoe, does replace it with VAA, but the deconstructed look that he was known for is still there. So you see this swoosh that is stitched on the outside of the shoe itself, air on the midsole, as well as the zip tie, the word shoelace on like all the laces that come with the shoe. And this Alaska colorway is very simple, but I think it's very, very clean. And it also does come with a slide out box as well as a booklet that includes like archive work and design concepts. Now I do have to admit here, and I feel like I have to put my flame suit on because some people just can't believe you have a different taste or opinion. But I have never been someone that's like in the loop with what's cool or like what's hype or what's popular. So like in the heyday of Supreme, I never owned anything and never like had any desire to. Off-White, Essentials, Fear of God, all those types of brands, I was never like, oh, I have to get that. I don't own any of those. I just like what I like. So this t-shirt that I'm wearing right now is by Para. He's just one of my favorite designers. I like a lot of stuff. It's not expensive or anything. This is like $55 if I remember correctly. That's pretty normal for a nice t-shirt. I just like what I like. I don't know anything about how hype or popular a brand is. So like even at the height of Off-White's popularity, all that, I just was so out of the loop. I never owned any of it. So that's why this shoe is still just number 3 on my list. I just look at it, judge it by how I feel about the colorway itself. It's very nice, I do want it, but it's not something that I'm gonna pay like $800 or $1,000 for, that it probably will fetch on the resale market. So even though I have a ton of respect for what Virgil did for sneakers, for fashion, for culture in general, I'm not gonna put this number 1 for the month of April just because I'm like supposed to. It just is what it is. And the 2 shoes I have in front of this shoe, it kind of illustrates my point, because number 2, it is the Air Jordan 5 White Metallic that is dropping on April 25th for $215. I'm probably like the only person that would put this shoe like way up there on the list for the month of April, but it is what it is. The Jordan 5 is my favorite sneaker ever, and when it comes in a colorway this clean, I'm all the way in. And this came out first in 2000. It is not an OG colorway. It did come back in 2015, so 11 years later, we are seeing it again with the icy outsole. The 23 font has been revised to look more like the OG, like original, not like the 2015 version. You get Nike Air branding on the back for this as well. Very simple, not a ton of like crazy storytelling or anything to it, but it just absolutely works. As much as I love it, it is still not number 1, because number 1, it is one of my favorite sneakers of all time. It is the Nike Huarache 2K4 Black that is dropping on April 30th for $200. Now, when I reviewed the Huarache All-Star colorway, I explained why that shoe just means so much to me. My top 3 basketball sneakers of all time, maybe number 2, the only one that could beat it is the 2K3. Not like because of performance or anything, just nostalgia and what that shoe meant to me. Love that shoe, but the 2K4 was like a defining era for Nike basketball. And this colorway specifically, Kobe Bryant did wear on court on November 12th of 2004. He dunked over Dwight Howard, one of the best posters ever, in this colorway. So you tell me, how I could not put this shoe number 1. And as a black sneaker lover, I'm just all the way in. I'm so in, it hurts. The shoe comes with a high ankle strap, Huarache branding, Phylon midsole with 2 Zoom-Air units, one in the heel, one in the forefoot. I will caution, if you are slightly older and you have an injury history, this type of cushioning setup might be a little too firm, a little too stiff compared to like other shoes you can get in 2026. So I've had 2 herniated discs in my past life, like over the past 10 to 15 years. My back has always given me problems. Recently, when I was playing ball in the All-Star colorway that came back, I'm not saying this is the shoe's fault at all, but I was playing in them. There's probably some lingering injuries in my back that I never really quite fixed. I took a very, very hard step and my back gave out 2 herniated discs, sitting on it right now. So that's not to say that's the shoe's fault. I'm just saying or cautioning you, if you do have some like injury history, whether it's with your feet, your knees, your back, you probably don't want like a pretty firm type of setup for playing ball in. So word of warning, doesn't matter. I still love this shoe. I'm 100% getting it no matter what. The 2K4 was supposed to be Kobe Bryant's first signature shoe with Nike after he left Adidas, but at the time he was coming out of that court case, Nike didn't think it'd be a great look to like stick his name officially on a shoe, but for all intents and purposes, this name is synonymous with Kobe Bryant, kind of like how the foams are synonymous with Penny, and this colorway is just great. I can't wait for them to bring back that other white, red, and black colorway. I believe that's coming in May, and probably a few others down the line. I'm grabbing all of them. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So inclined. Let me know what you think of the shoes on this list. What did I miss? What shoes you really want for the month of April? Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes